When I saw Lisa, all I could do was say in my head, what the? This got to be a dream, because why are you here? Why are you here? Let me pinch myself to see, is this real life? I was just like, I had this look on my face like, what? But she was just looking at me like, no, like, why are you here? But before I could get to say anything, before I can even ask her any question, back door now opening, here come my mom. But it was fast. When I saw my mom, my whole face fell off my face, okay? I was just sitting up there like, I was froze like, oh my God. She like, with this look on her face, she said, how was rehearsal? And I'm like, how was rehearsal, Roshan? I'm like, I found out that we didn't have rehearsal. She like, so this whole time, where you been? I'm like, I was just hanging with my friends at your curfew. So you didn't go to rehearsal? I'm like, it was canceled. She like, oh, okay, well, Lisa was looking for you. I told her she can wait here because I know that y'all rehearsing partners, right? I'm like, yes. Oh, yeah. And I let her know that you was at rehearsal. I'm like, yeah, but, and I looked at Lisa, I'm like, but yeah, I didn't know that it got canceled. So she like, yeah, it's cool, but I just wanted to come over to see that you want to rehearsal. So my mom like, look, I'm gonna leave y'all to it. You get into it's time to cut everything off because I'm gonna be shutting down house soon. I'm like, oh, okay. She like, if y'all want any snacks, get her juice, get her some chips. If she hungry, make something fast. I'm like, okay. She like, okay. My mama walked off. Now, first off, I'm puzzled. Because, see, I ain't used to my... See, she flipped the game. She confused me a little bit because... What do you mean if we need these... Like, what? But I was so lost. I'm like... Oh, okay. Everything cool. My mama done walked out, but... Even though everything cool with me and my mom... I literally turned my head and I looked at Lisa and I said... Why you didn't tell me you was coming over? Like, why you didn't tell me you was coming over? Like, you don't give me no heads up. She like, I called you. I'm like, did I pick up? She like, but I called you. Did I pick up? Underline. Pick up. No, I did it. I did not. She like, but I wanted to still rehearse. I'm like, look, I'm going to end up not even doing the play. She like, no. She like, I'm comfortable with you. She like, just forget that all this happened. Forget? No, I could have been in hot water. You don't even understand the level of hot water my mama she could put me on regular low. Then she could warm that thing up. Then she could put it on hot. Then she'll put it on scalding hot. Then she'll put it on 3rd-degree burn. I don't know. Like, what the? So I tell her, like, look, next time you come over, make sure you tell me first. She like, well, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what happened with you and Charzetta? I wanted to know. Like, because I came at the end and now Roosevelt and them talking about like low key. See, it's because of me. It ain't nothing because of me. So I wanted to make sure. So I asked Lisa. So she like, look, I don't know what's going on with her. I was going through the door and she was talking and she bumped me and I pushed her back and then that's how it happened. I'm like, she like, and then she had my shirt like scrubbing my face, and that's how I got this scrap. So she's telling me, and I'm like, but it's not because of me, right? Like, okay, I get the story, but like, it is not because of me. Like, let's get straight to the chase. Let's get right to it. It ain't just because, I'm like, it ain't because of me, right? So she like, no, why would it be because of you? I'm like, I was just checking. She like, well, on her end, she's probably mad because we're doing the play together. But I'm like, she don't even like me. She like, let her tell it. Straight like that. I'm like, look, I don't want to make y'all fight or not be friends. And I'm like, it seemed like it's because of me. Right? So you hear back door now opening. That's my mom coming back in. So she's coming to grab some more stuff out the kitchen. to take out in the bar area. So I'm talking, I'm like, yeah, and I just stopped talking. So as I start talking, I'm thinking like, okay, my mama gonna keep getting whatever, gathering whatever she gonna gather, and then leave. But I heard the rumbling had stopped. Whatever she was doing, the rumbling stopped. So I'm like, how long is it gonna take? So I kind of like peeked to the side to see, and she was just standing right there. And so I'm like, yeah, just let me know. So I just left it alone. I'm like, just let me know next time when you want a rehearsal. And so she like, oh, okay. She like, so is we gonna rehearsal a little bit? Now, just because my mama is in the kitchen and I know she can hear, because we ain't that, like, I know she can hear this conversation. So I didn't want to be like, no, get out. But that's what my heart wanted to say. Like, get out. That's what I really wanted to say. But I had to modify it. So I was just like, well, yeah, let's just practice over the parts that we not comfortable with. So she like, okay. So boom, we're doing this. So now I hear my mama back rumbling now, right? So boom, back door now opening. She leaves, you know, says she leaves out. So Marky comes upstairs and he like, man, my back hurt. I'm like, how long it take? He like, I just got done like maybe 50 minutes ago, almost an hour. He like, all of this up here hurt. Do you not know that? So I'm looking like what you look? Cause I know mom went out the back way. So he looking like the make sure shit coming, you know, from upstairs. I'm like, what you looking at? He like, nah, mom in here. I'm like, nah, she went out in the back. He like, this lady made me take out everything out the freezer, unthaw it, and then wipe it in and out. And then he like, all we did was wet the front of the refrigerator. I'm like, he was like, Dean, you know what? The whole part was she stood behind me half of the time. Like after you left, he like, I felt the pressure. He like, my legs hurt. He like, she made me wipe the downstairs floor. So he would mop it and then come down like with one of these dry towels we had, so he could just completely dry it instead of it being air dry. So I felt bad because there wasn't like a few stairs. There was like a lot. Like going downstairs was like at least about 30, 40 of them. So if you had to mop up and down, because she wants you to do that. There's something about my mama with that type of sequence. Like if you mop down, she'd be like, okay, mop up, make sure you hit all corners. Like, okay. Like, and then she'll make you do the next part. So I was just like, man, like, I feel bad for you. He like, man, I'm so hungry. I'm hungry. I want to ask her, can I get something to eat? But she told me don't touch anything. I'm like, but she ain't tell me don't touch anything. He like, yeah, he like, you gonna rat me out still? I'm like, nah. I'm like, and look, man, I'm like, we're gonna have to talk. I'm like, because it's not like that with your friends. So Lisa was like, so what happened? Like, cause she ear hustling. So she like, what happened? So I turned around. I'm like, nah. I'm like, I beat him up real bad. But in my mind, like, girl, get out my business. I was real cool for that. Like, I had a good comeback. But in my mind, I'd be talking like, what? So he like, when you get here? So he asked Lisa, like, when you get here? She like, oh, I've been here. Yeah, I didn't even know you was down there. So he like, yeah, he like, I didn't want to see mom. I thought she was up here. So boom, he like, I want a Hot Pocket. He was like, I want something fast. He like, you think you could be my lookout? I'm like, I'm supposed to be rehearsing. I'm like, how about I do the Hot Pocket? Which one you want? He like, I want ham and cheese. So boom, I pop ham and cheese up in the microwave or whatever. He like, nah, I'll put it in the oven. I'm like, man, you think I'm finna waste? Look, first off, I understand, yes, Hot Pockets are way more better in the oven. But first off, I supposed to be rehearsing. You supposed to not be touching anything. We don't want to get caught by mom that I'm making it for you because whatever the case may be, when you could have just did it and said, hey, I'm hungry. You just did hard labor. Your back and you said your thighs and your calf muscles hurt. I felt bad, but he like all this. It was just aching him. Poor Marky. I felt bad because I could tell how the way he was walking that he was legit hurt. So I'm telling him like, this the fastest way. He like, come on, bro, just put it in. First I'll put it in the oven. I gotta warm up the oven. wait for about 10-15 minutes so we can know that oven, the court temp. Then put it in there. Then wait like 15-20 minutes for the hot pot. Like, what? That's too much time. That's no. So I'm telling him no. He like, all right, I don't want the hot pocket in. He like, it's gonna come out soggy. So I'm like, okay, so what you gonna do? So I pulled the hot pocket. It was still kind of frozen. I pulled the hot pocket back. I put it back in the thing, sit it back up. I put it back in the freezer. Yon, buddy. So I'm like, come on, we need to finish rehearsal. He like, bro, I'm like, what you? He like, come on, make some hot wings or something. Why are you steady trying to make me work? Why are you steady trying to make me work? I am busy, okay? So I end up just dipping and like telling her like, let's go to the room. So we go to my room. So Marky like, y'all finna be up there doing it. Y'all finna be hunching. I'm like, ain't nobody finna be hunching. So we go in my room. I crack the door. So she like, are you ready? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. So boom, we're going back and forth with our lines and stuff like that. And so when we was going back and forth, I could feel her energy, right? Because she was like saying certain lines and she'll have like that look in her face. And I'm like, come on, I'm like, give me face expression. She like, I really didn't come over here to rehearsal. I'm like, huh? She like, I really didn't come over here to rehearsal. I'm like, so what you came over here for? She was like, I just needed to see you. She like, I really like you. She like, I found myself not being able to focus when I'm at home or if I'm on the phone with my friend. I'm always thinking about you and I talk about you a lot to my friend. I'm like, you're fine. I'm like, even though you almost got me in trouble right now. I'm like, but Chazetta gonna be mad. So she said, why you care about what Chazetta would feel or think? I said, I just don't want her to be mad. Like, and that was just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a soft boy. So that was just me. I was just like, oh. Like, and then, like, no, I'm good. And then I don't need Greg or Rosa. Like, I'm already dealing with hot water on this end. But yes, Lisa was fine. She was my type. And I would have probably talked to you if it wasn't none of this going on. You know what I'm saying? And so she was just like, so if I talked to somebody else, you wouldn't be mad. I'm like, no. I'm like, you free to talk to. Like me, I'm smooth with you. You free to talk to whoever you want to talk to. But she like, but I can't. So I can talk to anybody else, but I just can't talk to you. I'm like, she like, do you get somebody? Or do you like? So she asked me, or do you like somebody? I'm like, I do like a person. She like, who is it? I'm like, I'd rather not say. She like, see, come on, Roshan, tell me. You scary. I'm like, I'm not scared. She like, yes, you is. So she was, I knew she did that bad game to make me be like, oh, you scary and then tell you, no, I'm not telling you crap. So I'm like, no, I'm like, I just think like she cool and like she fun. And so she like, who? Do she go to the school? Do she stay around the house? I'm like, I'd rather not say. So she like, okay, fine. So she like, yeah, it's all good. She like, is it me? I'm like, what? She like, is it me? I said, I'd rather not say. I wasn't gonna say yes or no, because if I say yes or no, then now I'm leaving her to have that thought like, so who really it is? So I'd rather to make her feel like she's included. You get what I'm saying? You pick it up when I put it down. I said, you pick it up when I put it down. You know? Okay. So I'm sitting up there like, okay, like what's next? Like, do you like want to rehearse? So she like, I'm just gonna go. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna walk you to the door. So right, so I'm like, you want Chazetta? Y'all need to cut it out. Y'all need to talk. She like, no, I'm gonna get her like she got me. I'm gonna sneak her like she snuck me. I'm like, no, don't do that. I'm like, no, just talk about it. You say y'all been friends. Y'all been friends for a long time. I say, just go to her house and talk to her. And she like, in the end, if me and her be cool and we talk, then maybe me and you can probably talk. I'm like, we can have a conversation about it. I'm like, you talk to her, y'all hash it out, see what happened and why she's acting like that. And then I'm like, and maybe it's just because she miss her friend. She like, she don't miss me. She like, she already told me that she mad and she be always asking me questions about like, are you at my house? And did I go to your house? Like, she'll call me and ask me, and we don't even be talking like that no more. We used to be on the phone for hours, blah, blah, blah. So she's like kind of letting me know. And I'm like, you want me to talk to her for you? And then she like, I would say yes, but then I mean you gotta be all up in her face. I'm like, oh, all up in her face? Like, I wouldn't be all up in her face. I'm like, I'll be talking to her. I'm like, you want to come? We can all just go over there together. I said, me, you could just go over there together. So she was like, no, I'm gonna call her. I'm not gonna go to her house. I'm gonna just call her. So I'm like, all right, cool. Boom. I walk up to the door. She dips, right? So now I'm in the living room, like cutting off the TV because the TV was on, cutting off, dimming the light a little bit in the living room. Boom. I go in the kitchen and I'm like, man, I should have made the Hot Pocket. So Marky come back up. He like, hey, you know what we could eat? I'm like, what? He like, one of them home run end pieces there. I'm like, bro, I'm still gonna be putting in the oven. I'm like, nah. He like, hey, have fun though with the water. I'm like, that was crazy. You hear back door now opening. You see my mom and dad. My dad is the first one. He goes straight upstairs. My mom like, Brody Dodie, let me talk to you in the living room, Marky. Get out my kitchen. Get out my kitchen before I make you mop it again. So he like, Mom, I'm hungry. She like, okay, eat your fingernails. He like, Mom, but for real, like my stomach is hitting the floor. She said, make you a bowl of cereal or something. He like, can I make some hot dogs or fries? She like, my kitchen is closed. It's late. It's closed. He like, Mom, please. She say, Marky, you got 20 minutes to find you something to make. If you make something with grease, you better clean it up. I don't want to see nothing behind. I don't want to see no dish, no fork, no nothing in the sink, no plastic cup, no nothing sitting on my counter. I want everything clean. You got that? He like, yeah. He like, I'm going to just make a Hot Pocket and put it in the oven. She like, okay. She like, you, living room. I'm like, yeah. She like, fam. I'm like, fam, Roshan. I'm like, here. So she take the fan. She like, come here. So she opened up the front door. So I'm like, what is happening? I'm like, what is happening?